Welcome, I am Ivy. This time I will do something debunking. Just me, in my room with my TV screen, looking at the camera. It relieves the stress on Ned, and it is something I wanted to do for a long time. And who knows? Perhaps I will get good at this. Beside what I do here, I am also a professional reader, and from this perspective, I have also read the Bible. And there is so much wrong with this book, I really don't know where to start. Between all of the utter nonsense in the Bible, one of these fairy tales is the story of Noah's Ark. When it comes to Noah's flood, that has been debunked in all sort of ways, by people from different backgrounds. Like, for example, how did the koalas and kangaroos from Australia, or the llamas from South America come to the Ark, and how did they get back? Where did all of the food for these animals come from? Where did all the feces of these animals go? Another debunk is about inbreeding the world population by incest from a handful of people. The likes of Kent Hovind have invented all kinds of idiotic theories about this, but I want to use a different approach. So we talk about a global, earth-covering flood, right? Let us take a look what the Bible says about that. Noah entered the ark in his 600th year, and on the 17th day of the second month of that year. Stop. Noah being 600 years in a time when the average lifespan was 45 years? Yeah, right. But there is another thing wrong here. According to Answers in Genesis, the flood began approximately 4,359 years ago in the year 1656 AM, or 2,348 BC. Where it comes to months, they didn't have months back then. They measured all in moon cycles. And the first time the term months became of use was in 45 BC when Julius Caesar ordered a calendar consisting of 12 months based on a solar year. This calendar employed a cycle of 3 years of 365 days, followed by a year of 366 days, a leap year. When first implemented, the Julian calendar also moved the beginning of the year from March 1st to January 1st. But let us continue with the current Bible version. The fountains of the great deep burst apart, and the floodgates of heaven broke open, and rain fell for 40 days and 40 nights until the highest mountains were covered 15 cubits, and all earth-based life perished. Floodgates, 4,000 years ago in a desert country? Okay, perhaps they had floodgates back then, but 40 days of rain will not rise the sea level one bit. After all, rain is evaporated water from the seas falling down again. Besides, 40 days of rain is not even enough to fill an average lake. There is absolutely no evidence of a global flood. The whole debunk will only cost about 95 seconds. If you want, you can time this. Starting now. Let's make a crude calculation in the metric system. No Humpty Dumpty imperial measurements. The total surface of a sphere is 4 times pi r square. We know the circumference of the Earth is 40,000 kilometers. So that the radius of the Earth is 6,366 kilometers. That make the surface 4 times pi times 6,366 square, and that is about 509 million square kilometers. To keep it simple, the highest point of the Earth, Mount Everest, is 8,000 meters, and that is 8 kilometers. We know the Earth has 14 billion cubic kilometers of water and has been constant for the past billion years. Reference www.unwater.org/statistics_res.html. To flood the Earth, you need to raise the sea level by 8 kilometers, that is 8 times 509 million cubic kilometers, and that is 4,072 million cubic kilometers of extra water on top of the 14 billion cubic kilometers water the Earth already had. Suppose heavy rains give 100 centimeter, which is 1 meter, 24 hours in a day in rainfall. So 8,000 meters of rain would take 8,000 days and nights of rain, and that is 21.9 years. Again, it is a crude calculation. I can be off 10%, but it is still a ridiculous amount of water and a ridiculous amount of time. And think of this, so much extra clear water added to the sea would have killed 99% of the ocean life, and this raises a few new questions. Number 1, where did all this water come from? Number 2, where did it go to after the flood? Answer: it is impossible. The Great Flood is a myth. Stop the timer. Exactly 95 seconds. This is the first of a 2-part series. If you want to see me do more of this stuff, leave a comment below. Hello. I am Ivy, and this is my place. I also host the Dutch Heretic channel, where we do all kind of goofy stuff. If you like what we do, and want to support us, please click that like and subscribe thingy, and don't forget to ring that bell. We also have a Patreon account, in case you really love us. It is all in the description box below, and I hope to see you next time.